That's crazy. Okay, what the hell? So this is still live. Here's what we're going to do. Oh my God, I don't want that one either. I want this one. Shut up. It's not too many channels. Ah, it sucks. Okay. What the? Damn it. So something, this says streaming to YouTube now. And streaming to this. Really? Let's go find out. God, I'm trying to keep everything on one screen. This is freaking driving me crazy. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Is it really going to YouTube? Sorry, everybody. Okay. That, I mean, is that seriously what it's showing? Let's see here. Okay, cool. YouTube is also live. So we have YouTube. We have Twitch live. Let me get all this crap on one screen. What we don't have is Facebook live yet. So streaming, very good. What the hell is wrong with this thing? Okay, so something to do with restream credentials within Facebook. Oh my God. What a stupid name. Yeah, what the hell, guys? Update all. Okay, that's cool. See that? How it updated all channels. So this is what, and it took this one offline, or, wow, this shows there's two people. I'm sure one of them's probably me. That's crazy. On Twitch, where I've done next to nothing, where I have what? Few dozen followers. How do I find that crap? I know I'm jumping around a little bit. This is, nope. This is just what we do. I don't know how to find followings and all that garbage. No, I don't want to accept this. I always decline all cookies and all that crap. 14 followers. Is that's crazy. And now it shows one over here. Let's see if Restream still shows two. That's messed up. So I doubt that already. I doubt Restream's numbers now. So here's what we're doing. No, I want to keep trying to persist through. I want to get freaking Facebook working. What if I remove the whole channel and re-add it? Maybe. Maybe I just try to turn it on again. Sending data. Did I seriously? Wait, we'll see. We'll see. Come on. Sending data. Oh, no freaking way. What, I just have to turn them on and off? Okay, we might be live on Facebook. That would be awesome. Jason is live now. Okay, we are live on everywhere we're supposed to be 26 minutes late. As far as Facebook, which is the most important place where I have the most audience right now. Come on. Mute. So, and I can't go live inside groups. They took that ability away as far as I know. I'm not going to go try to mess with it. But we are streaming right now on 3 places. So this is kind of the master control panel. So the plan was to go live for about an hour here on the first day of doing this and adding value to you, which is very little value added so far, unless you care about streaming all over the place. So was I really sitting there with a finger near my eye? That's fascinating. So here's a couple things now that we're actually going to get into it. So I don't have any slides, and let me get out of the screen shares now. I'm really rusty at this style, what you're seeing here. Okay, there we go. So I am super rusty at multi-streaming. I am extremely good at live streaming, which I've done thousands and thousands, primarily on Facebook, a handful on YouTube, thousands of Zooms. And in fact, the vast majority of every live video I've ever done is either locked behind a members area, some company or members area, or something that is no longer in use, or deleted by Facebook since they got rid of all live videos. So that's one thing to figure out. Do I even want to go live? So if you're on Facebook, by the way, so this is going to Facebook, to YouTube, to Twitch. I don't really care about Twitch, but if something comes out of that, I'm not going to not stream there. We'll just see what happens. So if you're on any of these platforms, please leave a comment right here on this live video. That's part of what indicates to me who's even paying attention, who cares, and I'll dive into what we're going to do here. So in the big picture, zooming out and what we're really doing here, I'll actually pull up. This pisses me off. I don't want to be not all. We'll probably need ChatGPT. I'm leaving this open, but what we'll do is go down to Facebook. This is a big chunk. Excuse me. Not enough hydration today because my voice is already going. The target is to crank to $100,000 a month in revenue without employees, without being a slave to any one person, company, anything. Basically, to be fully sovereign. And we're going to be highly leveraging AI, but not in the way that almost any of you watching, you're definitely going to learn things. I've been in tech since I was 6 years old, which means I have at least 44 years and I'm sure over my lifetime, 100,000 hours put into any and everything tech you can imagine. Because if you don't know this yet, I am obsessive with my studies, with my learning, with my mastery. And not just tech, not just AI. I've launched an AI course a few years ago. I'm sure I'll be showing you pieces of all of that, but one of the big, one of the big things is that big chunks of this are going to cover technology, which includes massive doses of AI. I'm sure we'll touch on things like crypto and everything else, which I have deep and wide knowledge across multiple places. The other huge area that we will always refocus back around is personal development mindset. Without the correct foundational mindset and some basic tools, you're not going to do anything else that I'm sharing anyway. You'll never have success. You'll sabotage your success. It is the most important foundation above and beyond everything else. Even your ability to learn how to prompt AI, ChatGPT, which I will be showing you that. I almost coded up my own custom GPT to share some really advanced stuff that I'm sure that will still happen somewhere on this journey. But part of this is getting organized and zooming out and, being methodical. So I did plan out some of what to share with you all today. I sure as hell did not plan for it to take 29, 27 minutes to get the Facebook live stream up and going. And this is really a map here. This post essentially served as, here's what we're doing. Here's a big piece of it. Well, at least at the beginning. revamping my entire brand, showing you how I'm utilizing AI to think, to create, to do versions of things like me, because everything you see me posting, obviously all my live videos are not AI. I'm sure obviously everything else, I basically don't do AI as far as what you see. I do lots of AI behind the scenes, but it's more to help me get organized, to flesh out ideas, and then it's all my original stuff. Jordo, bro, if you're still on here, I appreciate you so much, dude. So awesome to hear from you. And this, but let me make a comment on that. By the way, guys, here's part of why you want to comment. One of the reasons is to show support to people that you care about or that you want to encourage them on their journey. If that's not everybody you're connected to, why are you connected to them in the first place? Like Jordo just had a huge win this morning. I wanted to pour all over that. I was short on time, so I just wrote a few sentences. And I wanted to add all the value I could, letting him know it's freaking amazing what he's doing with his company. I'm super pumped for him and for all customers. I might even be a candidate to use some of what they're doing, by the way, I love connecting other people. Jordo is one of the best people you can ever be connected with. He's done a bunch of amazing things, but his new company, they're helping people recover subscribers. In fact, Jordo, if you are on here, I want to make an intro from you to the owner of Save Club, because I don't know if what you're doing can work with their service, but I think it's a really strong candidate to recover subscribers. So Nikki, awesome to hear from you as well. So here, I do want to share something with all of you. Jordo mentioning my studio setup here. I will actually give you guys a tour of all this stuff. I've spent hours. This is a huge day. Okay. Let's take a moment to celebrate. Okay. Because, by the way, this was not planned. This is super important, though, because I tend to not celebrate very much. What I want to say is everything you're seeing, there's lighting behind me. If you can see the light bouncing off the top of my head, the back of my chair here. In fact, this bounce was so glaring, I had to make some changes. There is a light right here. It's a little square about this big. There's a big ass ring light right there, which is as big as the ring light up above my head. One of them does colors. One of them stays white. Although, actually, that's the colored one right behind me. Was about 50 or more bucks more expensive than that one. Those ring lights are both new. Actually, that's new. And that little light, that was really cheap. I have all kinds of things. Oh my God. I just realized this is damn exciting. This thing, this little Stream Deck, I've wanted one of these for so long. I just got this about a month ago. I've never used it. I barely know how to turn it on. I turn it on. You can see all these icons. You can customize all of them, the colors, everything they do. It's just basics on here right now. And there's even dumb things like copy paste, because like my Control-C, Control-V, Control-X game is mean and nasty, and it's been used hundreds of thousands of times. I use it every day, dozens, hundreds of times. So I'm going to be able to use this like crazy to do some really cool things with and for you. So I didn't even think about that, but this thing, that's just been sitting on the corner of my desk, unused so far. There's a whole bunch of... There's a preamp mixer right there. There's a 4-channel, a 4/6 channel. What is it? Just a mixer? I don't remember what it's called, but all this stuff is like organizing this super expensive microphone so the quality sounds good. I got the lighting, and I went back and forth with AI. It was for multiple hours, dialing in exactly what you're seeing here. And it should work with most shirt colors. If the shirt is too white, it'll change some things. I actually don't even care. I'm just leaving things. But this is what ChatGPT said was the ideal setup. Here's what's crazy. I am in a temporary home. This is a big why behind the scenes of some of the things I'm doing. And so Nikki, you rock. You are such. This is, you know, and let me use this as an opportunity too. Let me see if I have the comments. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let me show you what I'm looking at. I have to put this over here, and I want to do main screen with some right here. This is what I want to show you. You see over here on the side, it's showing all the comments and it shows where they come from. The only downside in here, I can't go and like click love on your post, but I can directly address you. So Nikki, you are getting commenter of the day. Jordo, thank you for kicking all of it off. So here's what I want to celebrate. I have set up all this stuff for many hours. The only people who ever get to use or have seen any of this is my main focus right now, which is my savings, my network marketing company with the biggest, fastest growing team with more 6, 7, and 8 figure income earners than ever in my 19 and a half years doing all of this. It's exactly 19 and a half years here, starting in 2 days, because I started May of 2006, and it'll be 19 and a half years exactly starting in November here. And so I don't even know how far behind what I'm seeing on what we're seeing on the screen. Oh, I flipped back. Sorry. Oh, no. Oh, my God. This is so funny. I'm confusing myself. So here's the celebration. Let me just get to the point. I've set all this stuff up forever. What you're seeing right now is streaming at least to Facebook and YouTube. That has been planned for... All right, let's utilize our detective skills. We're going to go and look at, let's see when this, does ChatGPT give us dates? I know it does. I mean, this was back on 03. That's how old. Oh, for those of you that don't know what 03 is, and let me see if I swear, is there not dates here? Let's just ask. And in fact, I almost type everything, but I'm trying to get out of that habit. So can you let me know if I were to look in old chats that I've had with you, is there a simple way to look up the date from those posts? And now what I have to remember is not just click that, then to actually click go. Now, I could have typed that almost as fast as I could say it, but not quite. And also, you will probably hear me sometimes use commas and question marks. It's because I'm so used to dictating through my device for... I had to learn years ago, I was getting carpal tunnel. Short answer, there's no perfect to timestamp. A few solid options. On web, or click the search bar, type a keyword. You'll get matching conversations with the last updated date. On the right thread, you're close. What? Precise way. Export. Oh, hell no. No. Try global search to jump to the right chat. Okay, so we're looking up. See, this sucks because did it update this? Is this the global search? I'm assuming. OBS. There we go. Okay, July 6th, fam. July freaking 6th. July 9th. I was looking for Restream codes. This is when I started to set up this. Restream is a service that allows you to live stream to multiple places at the same time. Okay? So we're talking July, August, September, October. In 1 week, we're going to be 4 months later. Holy crap. That's freaking nuts. So here's what this all means is that this has all been in plans for at least 4 months. Today, October 30th, the day before Halloween, I'll probably remember this date forever if this goes where I plan on this going, because I just want to celebrate because I usually don't celebrate. And this is, I teach my team, do not, our lives can be, Tony Robbins says our lives are either warnings or examples. I do not agree with him. They are warnings and examples, because from every single person's life that you care to model or not model, I believe you can learn things from every single human being on this planet. I am certain of it. I don't just believe that, I know it, and it's a fact. You have to be open to that and not filled so much with your ego, which I have done at times where I only want to learn from people who've made more, have more success than me. And that is wise to spend most of your time. The saying, be the dumbest person in the room. That's a stupid saying. Don't ever call yourself dumb. But what I will say, I want to acknowledge myself for disagreeing with one of my mentors and someone I used to put on a pedestal, Tony Robbins. He is an equal to me, just like you're an equal to me, just like every person on the planet. We're all equals. We're all made of the same core elements. We all came from the same stuff. We are literally from the stars. And so we are all equal. We're all the same. Now, whether the perspective is of that, that's different. So we can learn from everybody. They can all be examples. They also can all be warnings, including me. So I even share with my team all the time, congratulations, you're a part of my team just being on this journey with me. You haven't seen me posting content consistently. Well, today changes that. You may have not, what was, I already forgot what was leading me to say this in the first place, but that one is even better. I share with my team a lot. There are a lot of things you want to model that I do or have done. Definitely the stuff I can teach you. But Leanne, what's up? I had a feeling, Leanne, Nikki, yourself, a few others in mind, I had a feeling you would pop on. So awesome to see and hear from you. So this is crazy. You're actually seeing in the, oh shit, that bottom corner down there, eventually when that catches back up, when that thing catches back up, it's going to then match with what's down here, which is so funny. So anyway, you're seeing like you're actually seeing the delay itself. Heather, Matt, what's up? I had a feeling both of you would be on as well. So it's great. This is a huge day, everyone. So this is a day of me. Renee, you were exactly, I was going to name your name before you jumped on. This is so here's something fascinating. Those of you showing up are absolutely no surprise. The 5 or 6, Heather, what's up? You know why? Because we jump on Zooms all the time together. We comment on each other's stuff. I see your posts and I engage with them. It's just how social media works. Whoever you're social with, that's who, sees your stuff. And if you're anybody else here, I am so notoriously currently bad at doing this. But if you're here live, can you just type a live or say hi in the chat like you're doing? Trina, Kim, what's up? Mitch. So basically something just happened in the last couple minutes and now all of a sudden there's like 10 more. Let's go see if this is showing us correctly, by the way. Channels. And let's see, it's showing about 9-ish people. So hopefully that's about right. And this is what I expected. More people on the Facebook. This we already showed. It's probably not accurate. YouTube. By the way, YouTube fam, you're going to be first. One big thing. This video will be on YouTube forever. You're watching, whereas Facebook, this whole video will be gone in 30 days. Which I don't know if I even want to do these like this on Facebook. But this is where my current big audience is. This is where I've gone live. This thing is telling me 13 in the top corner. This thing's saying 9. I trust the 13 more. That's cool. Got started super late today, but I love this chat function where I can... Tony, what up? Man, it's so awesome. So thank you all for commenting and letting me know, that you're on live. I actually probably wouldn't even... It would have taken me a while to notice this. So this is a big celebration because... Thank you, Matt, for that update. I do not trust the full numbers. In fact, it might be pulling 13 total across all of them. That would, in fact, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is exactly what it's doing. So that is super cool. This matches the 10 Matt just reported. Thank you, Matt. So guys and gals, I am a data numbers driven person, although I am super high EQ. I am definitely more emotional, especially than most males. And my intuition is, did we freeze up? Maybe. Did we freeze? Did we freeze up? We might have. It says it was delivered. Oh, look at that. It doesn't deliver to Facebook. That's so... Can't post messages to some channels. Learn more. Read, reply. Why not, man? What a rip. Froze, but my audio is fine. That's freaking crazy, dude. So this does show it's still live. Very interesting. So I will keep talking, everyone. Let me check the streams. They do. That is very weird. This part shows frozen. I don't know if I can just like reset. I probably can. Let me get off of this. Yeah, exactly. That's what's crazy, guys, is the bottom little thing is still live, but the main screen is frozen. So let me go and stop in OBS. Where's the stupid settings? It's in channels. No. God, I'm so rusty. I hate being rusty with stuff, but it's also part of the journey. Give me... Oh my God, it's literally, Jason, you moved it, bro. It's right here. So let me go to the main screen right here. So that probably fixed it all. The screen share is just weird. I don't know what's going on with the screen share, but that's actually from inside of OBS. So if I stop showing myself and we show some things that actually matter, which is going to be a huge part. So guys and gals, everyone, today's just an intro. I'm notorious for going forever. I might be off here in 10 minutes, which would be exactly an hour. But this marks, let me go jump over a couple. I can't really show you this stuff without, there's way too much private stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'll talk about this flywheel, how I'm getting started, which is exactly what we were doing originally on this post. So let me stay focused now. Back to this. After final acknowledging and you have to see this. So guys and gals, that was just inside the software, the freeze. Actually, nothing else was wrong. That was weird that that part of it was frozen in the software. So you can see everything that's important here. So the things I'm about to share with you of what you're going to be seeing here in the coming days and few weeks. And I'm going to end here with something really powerful. So I was on a Zoom yesterday. I got 89 minutes with someone who's done over $100 million. They are a massive leader inside the internet network marketing world. Although most of you don't know this person. Matt probably does. Maybe a couple of you would. And I really like that interface. In fact, can I find the chat interface over there, please? Like, go. That chat interface is actually really cool because it shows me everything in one place, which is so awesome. No, Matt, the live didn't get started until somewhere, whatever, approximately 30-ish minutes ago, at least on Facebook. I was live in some other places before that. I don't remember how long it took me to get live today, but I was planning the things I was planning to show you all. This is more important, the 30,000 foot view. So all the work I did prepping for today, you're not even going to see that today, but I'm sure you'll see it by tomorrow. So maybe you'll see it today. The celebration is the culmination of finally freaking going live on multiple platforms, which is why I set all this stuff up, spent a bunch of money, spent many, many hours, and the only people who've ever benefited from this is Team Inspire, even in a slight degree. Even with the things, what I've been teaching there and sharing there, that's not, it's, there hasn't been enough planning, mapping, and teaching like the style that I've been known for 20 years. And there's been some of it, but there's so much more. And so really this post I just made. So, and if you're not on Facebook, you didn't see any of this stuff. There is a central place where I'll be doing some things like this, but I'm still going to put it out to the main places. I actually don't know what's going to go where and how this is all going to go together. So this is definitely a ready, fire, aim, but there's a lot of forethought for sure, especially guided from someone who's done 9 figures. So you're definitely going to see a lot about how to properly use AI. A lot of you, with what you're going to do with me, a lot of you are going to end up at least utilizing some custom GPTs, which are extremely powerful. I almost did one for you just the other day. That's probably still going to happen here. But so will many others. But one of the things missing currently is right here. Where am I going to be leading you outside of the idea is get on my email list, which, by the way, this is going to sound absurd. I don't have a way for you to get on my email list right now. Not in a way that will get you anywhere that I can tell you isn't going to just send you random weird messages. And I don't even know what opt-in pages are valid. In fact, I will show you some of what I was starting to set up, which is this. One of the main places I was going to send you, I stopped paying for ClickFunnels, even though I have like 100 freaking funnels in there. But they're like, this page would have been somewhere I would normally send you. This page hasn't been up. I quit ClickFunnels years ago. In fact, ironically, it was right around the time I switched to something called Drop Funnels, which then all hell broke loose with that. And it has nothing to do with the original owner, who is the only reason why I joined that, which is it was a crazy predicament. So, I'm probably going to start using this place called Beehive, but this is probably going to change. I started fumbling around. This looks like crap. I couldn't get it looking the way I wanted. This is the stuff I was going to show you. Those were the things I was working on right before. So I don't have somewhere to send you, but the call to action for basically the next 2-ish weeks is the current plan. It's just going to be to get on my email list. That's it. And the reason why you're going to want to do that, because first of all, I'll give you a lot more insider info. And I've been really bad. I don't even collect emails for people getting into the place I've added more value than any other place on planet Earth, which is this private Facebook group, Jason Cardamone, Learn, Grow, Inspire. If you're not in here, you're absolutely nuts. But this is, one problem. Let me go find some examples. We got to go back though. You see a bunch of lives here. You see that? Now watch what's going to happen if I go down long enough. Right here. This content isn't available right now. Is residual income a myth? Even though only 104 people and 15 comments, this is gone from September 12th. This is crazy. All of these are gone. So it doesn't even tell you that. So this was a live. This was a Facebook Live. This was a Facebook Live. This was a Facebook Live. Do you see this? All these posts are gone. This is why Facebook totally screwed up by trying to get people to go live. And so, and I would actually show you my little input process. I don't want to show you right now because someone's private answers might be. I can show you the membership questions. This will be, so this is the only things I'm asking. What's the number one thing you're working on improving your life and business? If you don't answer something serious, you don't get into the group. How are you introduced to this group? That one, a lot of leeway on that. What inspires you? What legacy are you inspired to leave behind for humanity? If you say, I don't have one, you don't get in. I don't want people in here that are uninspired, that don't have any kind of vision for the world, and who, if you just give one word answers, you almost never get in. Unless I know you and we have a background and stuff, and I know you're just a red personality type and you're like, give me the shit yesterday, Jason, and get the hell out of my way. But even I kick out reds. I mean, I decline reds all the time if I don't know them well. So anyway, I'm not even asking for email, which is the point. And so one of the points of all of this is to get people to the most important asset that you'll ever have, which, by the way, my biggest influence right now, it is not on my email list. It is on my Facebook, quote, email list. I'm down to only 4,000 friends. I delete more than I add. I thought it was like 7K. So I'm getting close to 9,000 followers. That's with no reels, by the way. Reels are what really drive in a lot of new views. So reels are magic with Facebook. Facebook lives are not magic. This is just what what's up, Fran? Awesome to see you. Fran, everything is going to be, at this time at least, right here, but you're going to want to be on the list because I don't know if Facebook Lives are going to continue to be the only. Here's the reason I'm doing this, because I've been wanting to do this for 4 freaking months. I already paid all the time and money, energy 4 months ago, and I'm just finally getting into action today, which is a huge lesson just in that alone. Just finally taking the action. This is freaking amazing. I'm super pumped for what we're doing here. And so you're going to see me leveraging all kinds of custom GPTs. You're probably going to see me write applications and write, program actual things, because even though I am a programmer, you don't have to be a programmer. And you're going to see exactly what I mean. This is all you have to do is be able to communicate with words and tell AI what you want. All you have to do is talk to AI and you're going to figure out what you need to do with it instead of just ignoring it. I'm going to be revamping my entire brand from the ground up. And as I have all these things put together, you're going to see the ability to basically put out, this was all, in fact, like all of my posts and all of my pictures and everything else, there is no AI, but there will be some. And a lot of you won't be able to tell any difference except for what I share with you here. And you see the things that I'm doing and how I'm doing them. What most of you are doing with AI is destroying what little, if any, reputation you've built with your audience. One thing not listed in here, which is so funny. The 9-figure earner, this is exactly what he told. He's all, dude, if one thing, more than anything, the most important thing, and I meant to add this back in here, so I'm going to do it right now. I thought about this. I was washing up my stuff from breakfast, so I kind of did actually right here. This is a huge one. This is a major insight from him. And that is something he identified I am easily and clearly an expert in. And so to show you how to build, that sucks it didn't update the post. So I'm going to refresh. We're going to go back down. I'm going to be delivering crazy massive value. So right here, did it not take? Where the hell is it? Did I not put it right there? That's where my brain thought I put it. Oh, Jesus. I was down there. So let me just go through this list because this is the core of what we're doing. Although this needed to be up here. So I am revamping my brand. I'm going to show you how to do this so you can crank tons of content around the whole world. Really good content, not the AI crap. What is it? There's already a word for it. I don't remember. Could someone type in the chat? What's that word for? What is it? AI slush? AI, it's garbage. All the stuff where everybody sounds the same, where they go to ChatGPT, say, hey, write me a post on helping sell this thing and blah, 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 blah. That's the same thing everybody does. So when you sound like everybody else, those of you with an authentic voice, that's what's going to become increasingly important. It just so happens I have been working and had some kind of a knack for being authentic forever, for all of my years. And so I fully expect that will be a superpower shining star over the weeks, months, and the years to come. Because if you're like me, you'll notice you're starting to trust a lot less online. Let's actually, this is really important topic. We're over an hour. I don't care. You didn't even get an hour yet anyway. I doubt everything except for Aaron never writes with garbage. So Matt, this is clearly really Matt. Add. Christy, she leverages some AI, but she mostly does her own stuff. And actually, I'm going to be careful about who, like, I'm not going to like point things out, but I want to say there's a lot of fake, which I can't find any right now. This is clearly probably AI. Definitely not AI. You'll notice how the majority of things that I'm seeing on my feed, they are not AI. Rhonda will utilize AI, but like control a bunch of the stuff or grab things from other people like that. And it's like, I'm not seeing any, and actually I don't want to find examples of what to show you what not to do. But what I did want to say is I doubt everything like this stuff from a dude I'm not already following that I don't even know what this is about. I don't even really want to open this because then Facebook will think I want more from him. I doubt all of this. It's probably all a bullshit lie. Now, maybe it isn't, but Kevin, sorry, dude. Like, okay, here's what we're going to do. I don't know him. If there's one damn M dash in here, he is making mistakes sending people directly to YouTube. That's dumb. Facebook will flag this and not show it to very many because there's a link in the post taking you off of the Book of Faces. That's why I've been teaching this forever, for a decade. So I can't even find any fake content, which is so funny. This is how like Jen will utilize a bunch of AI stuff. But one of the examples I was going to give you is that how do you know what to believe or not? And a lot of people are trusting less and less. You'll notice my feed is very like cultivated. I forgot what the word is, but curated. It's curated and it's very, it doesn't show me a lot of slop. It's AI slop. That's what it's called. So I'm going to show you how I will be using AI and how you can do the same. In fact, there's 3 versions of it that I'm currently following. There's a free, there's a low cost version, like under $50 a month for a couple tools. And then there's a highly leveraged, crank tons of stuff, a lot faster and easier. But what's missing is the time and energy that goes in to really build some things that understand who you really are. So many people are writing so much outside of their own voice. They don't know what their voice is. They're just using exactly what AI has shared with them. So let me jump back into, where's the freaking comments? Probably right here. So never put link in the wording. What platform looking forward to? I didn't see what Matt said here. You've been on. Yeah, I missed something somewhere, but the whole thing is, ask yourself if you trust the things that you're seeing, or do you constantly think, is this AI or not? And then ask yourself what the rest of humanity is doing. I can tell you, that's just an exercise for you. I can tell you exactly what's happening in the world. Is that, oh, I see the joke now. What I can tell you is happening is that people are trusting less and less and less. And so you want to show up more and more as you. I am super leery of doing a damn thing in AI as far as sharing any videos, any copy, or anything else. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do it, but I'm not going to do it until it comes to my, so here's on Twitch, if you guys are seeing, you can't quite see it because it's covered here, but some jackass, add to block list. Yes, let's do that. And then let's go to Twitch and let's just like get this dude forever. How do we ban, this is just a bot, by the way, everybody. Let me see. How do you easily... There we go. Click the name. We are going to do we're not going to warn them. We are going to fully ban them. See you later, jerkwad. And then we're going to... Okay, one message was automatically deleted. Perfectly. Perfect. That is super cool. So just showing you live, like how to handle something. They were just getting someone to go get scammed. As we're talking about building trust online, look, isn't that hilarious? So that's going to be one of the biggest challenges you're going to see. And it's only going to escalate because AI is not slowing down. It's not stagnating. It is speeding up. And it's going to be the biggest consumer of all power, of all money. It already is, by the way. More money goes to the power centers, to the GPUs, and to fueling AI than anything else. I have a colleague that's trying to get money for a crypto game that, in his non-humble opinion, is the best thing to ever happen. And granted, I give him a lot of credit for all his persistence, but he can't get any VC funding. And first of all, he hasn't done anything. It's just, they need to develop a lot more first. But the second part is the VC, which is venture capital. This is really how all small business moves. Almost all of it in the entire world, including Facebook. Remember when they went to Peter Thiel to get if you haven't seen The Social Network or understand the Facebook story, you're insane for not studying history. But when they went to Peter Thiel, that is VC money. That is when they got their what did they get? A couple million or something millions of dollars. And that's really what finally got Facebook after they had already penetrated. They already had tens, hundreds, thousands of people. It's really what allowed them to go boom. And so all of that VC money, the vast majority, VC money is pouring into AI and power solutions and things like that. Everything else is struggling. So if you're an investor, what you know is where you're putting your money. The number one place in the world is AI, especially AI startups between 2 and 3 best friends, because then they're not going to be bought out or get taken by like, by the way, do you know someone was offered like, what was the biggest offer? 100 million or $1 billion for one person to move to, I believe it was Zuckerberg with Facebook that offered that. But the numbers are the biggest in all of human history. We also are seeing the biggest growth in all of human history. And so if you don't like technology and all that stuff and you don't want to know where we're going, you're not going to want to follow this journey, because that will be absolutely a piece of it, because we'll never get this chance again. We're all going to look back and wish we would have actually utilized what was in front of us. And most of you don't really understand that. And it's what I study for hours every day. I guarantee I can teach you more about AI and tech than probably almost any person you're connected to on Facebook, probably more than any single person. And I know that's a bold claim, but I also know my focus, my work ethic and all that. So that is a major, you're going to see huge pieces of that. You're also going to see huge pieces. I don't have anything to like reference, but I'm a freak of personal development. So again, tech, personal development, this will be highly focused on all of that, which clearly includes smaller subjects like marketing, like monetizing, like choosing offers, like building an audience, building an email list. So we're going to go into choosing offers and building your own, which you're going to see me do. And like I say, I love leveraging companies and systems, but I'm finding it increasingly hard for me. Wow, a typo. Increasingly hard for me to put my trust and my brand into any human being. I don't give a shit who they are. And if they haven't done far more than me, I almost never join anybody in anything if they can't serve me and my team in a way, and if I can't trust them, and which is almost nobody. So, and this has been a big realization, because I right now only have my endorsement on one big thing. Do I have endorsements at a couple small little things, little traffic tools and stuff? So anyway, we'll talk all about that on the journey. Figuring out and course correcting on the journey. This is like you're literally, I start now, I'm close to an hour live, at least on some platforms. Facebook still took a little longer. This is showing 47 minutes. Is that the main one? I think that's when, yeah, I don't even know. There's something seems a little off on those. But anyway, I was live 15 minutes longer on Twitch and on YouTube, and Facebook took, I don't know why, I just clicked the button on and off and it works. So hopefully tomorrow I just click start streaming and it just goes. I don't know why there was the delay. So I'm going to show you how to add value by building an audience, and then how to build influence with them. This is a big piece of what I'm doing and what I'm going to be teaching. This is to also get me planning and executing consistently. This has been deeply lacking from me of late. Even though I've done thousands of lives, of Zooms, thousands of recorded videos, thousands of posts. And like, if you're only looking, like, for example, my main Facebook timeline, I'm really sporadic here. The last one before this was October 24th. That was 6 days ago. Another October 24th, then the 22nd, then the 12th, a 10-day gap. But if you look other places, there's far more consistency. So this is to bring consistency together in one place. And then where do I drive all of so add a ton of value to a ton of people. And then how do I direct them somewhere that they want to engage and get even more from, and to follow all of this. So really a lot of this is a big go giver and move the free line move. So move the free line. This is from Eben Pagan back in the day. Go Giver is a book I've recommended a bunch of times. Go read it. Super recommend that. This is very much about leading with the value, giving the best of the best, literally right here for free instead of, I mean, you didn't even have to give an email to see this, and you didn't have to pay me anything. There's decades of wisdom. There's centuries of wisdom behind this. It's not just what I've learned. Ask yourself when just the 89 minutes yesterday with a 9-figure earner and then immediately implementing exactly what he told me to do. What's the value in that? How much is that worth to you? And even the stuff I'm not sharing that we covered as well. So, and this is a case study, and come and join me while I create 7 figures. Today, and this is currently the plan until it changes, I guarantee all of these things will change, but I don't want to change core components of this hastily. Self-made millionaires, we make decisions quickly and we change them slowly. I almost went live yesterday with all of this just to start getting the thing going, but I still did it here. In fact, I was getting off the Zoom yesterday in 10 minutes from now. Maybe I'll give myself 10 more minutes just to lock that in. So right now I'm going live at 8. This is supposed to be AM Pacific. So funny, dude. Oh man. And this is all wrong in my Facebook group as well. And I'm purposely not going to fix the typo. Well, I already took the time, so if I don't find it in a few seconds, then isn't it here? It reformatted, though. It's not in the same part of the screen because it was right about here, but now it's moved in this particular screen. So I don't know where the because misspelled was. I don't really care. Although you can do this, Control F. Come on, show me. Right there. See how you can do a Control F in a page and find it? So all that talk about, I'm not really going to fix it. Whatever. 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. Main Facebook profile on YouTube. I totally forgot this was designed to go to Twitch as well. And it does not let me stream into my private group. I think Facebook took that away as far as I know, and I don't think any of that has changed. So there's this place, and then also while I'm at it, because I had the post go to my group as well, I'm going to go into, it's not even updated. There we go. Edit the post. I didn't even make this. So as I shared in my private Facebook group, which is the group you're in now. So I just copied and pasted all the typos from the other post. I hate it. And they won't let me use my mouse to move around a page anymore. Which you are in this group now. Congrats. Save that. All the other stuff is the same. Boom. So, by the way, this whole copy-paste profit system, I put a whole bunch of time into it, and the project kind of halted. This is just one little thing that will almost certainly come out of this whole process together. Here's one thing I think is really important to understand. I don't know. Usually when I do this, I set up where I'm going to lead you and how I'm going to make money from sharing value with people. And I realized yesterday that isn't necessarily it's not really ready, fire, aim. It's more like get something all set up and then go, which is not my default that I've operated on for decades. And that shows up in other ways, but the go-giver philosophy, the move the free line, it's giving you everything I have up front, not being afraid. Hey, if you see some stuff that I should have behind a paywall, what you're going to realize is, think about what I do have if I do offer a way to work with me. By the way, if you're on Team Inspire, I've talked about this. We just moved from 3 lives per week to 2 lives every week. Usually they are at least 60 to 90 minutes. Some of them have been up to 3 hours, from tons and tons of value. My one-on-one rates are currently $1,000 an hour, and I'm not taking clients on right now at all. And I'm probably not even doing hourly. It's probably more like 10,000 a month with a minimum 3 to 6 months commitment kind of a thing. If I don't really want to do any, in fact, let me even talk about that. One of the game plans, if I can find this, let me see if I took notes, because it's going to take too long. Crap. I don't have it. Where's the link? It's too tricky to find for you right now, but basically this is probably going to turn into some type of a group coaching, and it's probably going to be a one-time fee, and it will definitely be offered at a discount when you're subscribed, and deep discounts like if you're in my Facebook group and email list and things like that. Probably if you're on the savings team, all kinds of, like, there, I don't, like, again, I don't know what the hell will be sold, but whatever it is will be life-changing. And I am certain a bunch of tools and things are going to fall out on the pathway. And here's one big thing, and I wish, I don't want to pull this thing up. In fact, okay, I'll pull this up. Let me go to this. Let me go to this. Just give me 1 minute. Let me see. Okay, here's a couple. I'm going to rattle off some things that really inspired me, that led me to knowing this is the next multi-million-dollar play, and what I know will change more people's lives than probably anything I've done. And that's a really freaking bold claim too. But if I'm not going bigger, especially with all of my wisdom and everything else, all accumulated up to here in, late October 2025, it doesn't inspire me to go touch 100 or 1,000 people's lives. It doesn't inspire me to go, oh, let me just go make another, let me make a little, what is that freaking place called? I can't think of the place. Let me go make some little community somewhere and just do what everybody else is already doing, that I've already done. I've already built community. Like, I want to pour everything out there. And so this has to play to my natural strengths. I want this super low startup costs and fast cash flow. I want money come in multiple ways. I don't want to freaking be dependent on anyone else. That doesn't mean I'm not going to utilize network and affiliate marketing, but I'm not going to be stuck with any single failure point. And I'm also, what I see, but by the way, some of you I love very much, you're fucking up too many offers that aren't congruent, and they compete with each other, or they're too scattered and there's too much overlap to where you're splitting a person's focus 2 directions when there's no value in both of them. You just combine those as one. And you should get rid of this and maybe keep this or something like that. I'm going to walk you through all of that. I'm also, oh my God. Okay. This is going to be designed around my life, which I actually want to share this. So My brain works better, far better in the mornings. In fact, it works better anytime I go live. I could be feeling like complete crap. And if I just go live, everything, like I'm healed by the end. I know that sounds absurd. That is what happens when you work in your top value. So this whole thing will be around my top values. I want to be able to take random entire days and more off without my business imploding. I want to be able to continue to go spend time with my children and go on adventures in the world, especially while I still can. They're 16, 18, and 20. I barely see my 20-year-old, and I don't want to feel guilty about that. And I don't usually, in fact, but also I don't want those to take away from income. I'm not going to build, my ladder I'm not going to go start climbing ladders that are set on the wrong buildings, the wrong walls that just fall apart. And I want this to be time and location independence. This part, if I continue to go lives like this really has to happen in this kind of environment. So I am stuck at this location. That is not location independent. So maybe lives will end up changed to recordings at some point. They wouldn't be too much different from this, although it's been really helpful to go check on comments as we're going. And okay, so here's the one main thing this is probably going to be is a high value group coaching program. I don't like doing one-on-ones. It's like, here's the deal. You're limited. If you're only working with one person, even if you're charging $1,000 an hour, 40 hours a week, that's only 40,000 a week plus 40 freaking hours of live. This is incredibly time consuming, and you're limited to only making, calculate that across, it will turn out to be a few million. So 160K, about 2-ish million, but you can never make more than that. And it's 40 hours and you're stuck and you can't cancel or you don't get paid. There's all kinds of limitations. I don't like one-on-one stuff. I never have. In fact, I realized it because of Jim Rohn when he shared that, he always was more comfortable talking to a whole audience rather than stuck in a few people and a few prospects all together versus just one-on-one. Far more confrontation, although there is far more value as well. So I'm not completely opposed to the right one-on-one, but it's very few people that I care to work with one-on-one on the planet. You have to have the 3 H's at minimum, which is you have to be humble, which means you're open to learning. You have to be hungry. You have to be ambitious. That's what hungry means. And you have to have a heart to serve other people. There are, if those of you commenting that are on this, there are a bunch of you that fit at least 2 or 3 of those. And that is not by mistake. That is, what happens with the way that I've built my businesses over time. And so, some kind of a premium membership, things like that. I'm looking something up really quickly. Yeah. So this is people going through a program together, kind of like my 12-week reboot and rank up. You're almost certainly going to see all of that. And by the way, I'm not going to do any sales calls. 0 sales calls whatsoever. And so that's really what we're doing here. So I think this is a good time to start wrapping this up for day 1 here. I don't have anything. You always want to do a call to action. In fact, multiple times on a live like this and on a longer video, you want to make one multiple times as well. I inserted a couple, but they're for the future, which is really, I'm going to give you a chance to opt into my email list. Ooh. Also, this is really scary. I'm going to be going through, I'm going to send out an email. I will send people to this and probably to that post you're looking at on the screen right here. I'll send them here. Then I'll send them like to the YouTube or the Facebook version of this, whatever. Like, see, the Facebook one goes away in 30 days. Do I want to send my whole email list to a video that won't be there in 30 days? Well, the people that don't open it within 30 days, they're going to stop being emailed anyway, which is the scary part I was going to mention. Also, I believe with what I'm doing here, it's going to take my primary influence and put it back onto my email list and back onto more permanent platforms like YouTube. And by the way, I wasn't really doing anything to optimize this for YouTube, but the specific words you share, this is so crazy. The stuff that is, I didn't realize I did these things live. I knew some of the crypto NFT stuff. Oh, that's crazy, dude. This was life-changing, Axie. So the actual words you say, this will show your lives to specific people. Oh, cool. I'm almost up to 2.5. I was at around 2,000 forever. A lot of that, those 400, 500 people, that's all new growth. So we'll be looking at like growth and metrics and all kinds of stuff over time. And so some of that will be, where do I want to put the main focus? So I don't know the answer to where am I going to send my email subscribers yet. I have some ideas, but it will continue to be fleshed out over time. So let me see if there's, awesome, Craig, super appreciate you. And really every single one of you, I think Fran, you as well. I just want to, yes, Fran mentioning sad they don't know their voice. I like raw, real stuff from people, as do I. And also, you can get AI to be raw and real, to have some humor and some other things in your style. So this thing is showing I've been live for an hour and a minute. So this is like perfect. I'm pretty sure I started a little over an hour ago, but this is perfect for now. I wish the health was more than fair on the stream, but oh, now it's excellent. Look at, do you see how powerful of an intender I am? I wish the health was a little better than fair, and it switched to excellent literally as I said that. Thank you, tech gods of the world. Are we really down to 3 people live? That sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's just an indication of, let me see. 2. So that is probably accurate. No, get off of there. So it's gonna be an incredible freaking journey. So here, and I will share one last thing. And I'm directly stealing this from my new friend and mentor here from yesterday. And this is exactly how he closed the 89-minute Zoom with me. You ready? Don't fuck this up.